After months of delay, the Interstate Bridge Replacement project passed a big milestone this morning with the release of its draft Supplemental Environmental Impact Statement. It's basically a massive in-depth study of all the benefits and impacts on everything from traffic and bike access to air quality and fish habitats. Just how in-depth are we talking? Well, including all the supporting technical reports, it's a little over 12,000 pages, and we're reading them all. No, we're not. Just kidding. We will take a closer look in the coming weeks, but for tonight, we're just going to hit some of the key highlights. The document is structured as a comparison between two scenarios, one in which it's the year 2045 and we built the whole new project as proposed, the other in which is 2045 and we're still using the current bridges, assuming they haven't collapsed. No surprise, the document paints a rosier picture in the new bridge scenario. It shows significantly fewer hours of congestion per day and faster trips for rush hour commuters between Vancouver and Portland.
We see about an 8-minute or 4 to 8 minute reduction in the build scenarios compared to the no build for the southbound direction in the morning, and you see a bigger increase in travel or benefit in travel times than the northbound.
Bus riders, by the way, would see similar improvements, and a light rail trip from Vancouver to Portland would be about 47 minutes, which would be either on par with a bus ride or a bit better depending on traffic. Transit ridership would be almost twice as high, they expect, on a new bridge, according to the document. It's worth remembering, though, that we're not talking about improvements from the way things are right now. We're talking about improvements compared to how things would be if we're still stuck with the current bridge in 2045 with increased traffic. So these are all projections that are like 2 decades out. The document also looks at some of the more near-term impacts during construction, most notably property acquisition, the big bad eminent domain, and also tolls. Back in May, we got an early version of a document that said the project was expected to displace a total of 43 residential units and 33 businesses. When we asked the bridge team for a comment on that, they said, whoa. That's just an early version. Those numbers could still change. And I guess technically they did. They went up by 3. The official version released today puts the total at 43 residents and 36 businesses, which collectively employ more than 600 people.
The impacts to businesses and people is real to us as it is to them. And so we are taking every step to avoid and minimize those. And that's what this is, one of those steps is documenting those impacts in the project that we're studying.
As for the tolls, this is another thing we already knew. The project is going to use pre-completion tolling. That means you're going to start paying to cross the current bridge while the new ones are still being built. The document mentioned tolls ranging from $1.45 to $2.95 depending on the time of day, but those are pretty much placeholders. The final toll rates will be set by a committee of Oregon and Washington transportation officials. When will tolling start on the old bridge? Another placeholder date here, but it shows April 1st of 2026, so about 18 months from now. The project team hopes to have early construction underway by that point. That construction process, by the way, is going to continue between 4 to 7 years to finish the new bridge, and then 9 to 15 years to finish every piece of the project. So, you know, when you drive through and you go, this has been going on for a long time, yeah, you'll be right. So, not anytime soon for the completion. There are a few things this new document does not answer about the project, by the way. The biggest question is whether the new bridge will be a drawbridge like the current crossing. The bridge team is still trying to convince the U.S. Coast Guard to let them ditch the drawbridge part, which is why the document leaves that as an open question. At a news conference today, program and staff said they're going to need to have the answer to that question by the time they release the final version of this document, which is sometime next summer. We're also still waiting on an updated cost estimate. The price tag right now, $6 billion, but that's a bit outdated. We're working, they are working, we're not. They're working on a new estimate, but don't expect to hear about that until sometime next year. At the moment, the bridge folks want to hear from you, though. That's the main reason why they're making such a big deal out of this document. It marks the start of a 60-day public comment period. Tonight we'll have links to the full document on our website, kgw.com, and from there you can find out how to submit your comments. And of course, we do want to hear from you here at The Story. What do you think about the new-ish details? Anything stand out? Email The Story at kgw.com or call and leave a voicemail 503-226-5090.